1965 Series 1 4.2 litre E-Type Jag Roadster is coming on a treat. So that is the rear suspension cage fully built up. You talk to any E-Type restorer and they'll say this is their worst nightmare. Yes, it's all sorted and I am a happy man. To a Car Is Reborn. They don't build them like they used to, do they? They build them better. Yes, this car is moving along very nicely. Let me tell you, it is a 4.2 litre Series 1 E-Type Jaguar Roadster if you haven't been watching the series. Let me take you through where we got to from last time. The wiring here is all now finished behind the dash. It looks like spaghetti junction, but it's going to work brilliantly. We've got the clocks in, the speedo and the rev counter. The steering column here is completely refurbished, new bushes in it, the upper steering column's in. We've even chromed the little handle here for the indicator. Yes, everything is perfect. Outside the car, this is my favourite bit. You have the locking mechanism for the boot lid is here. You give it a pull. Oh, it's glorious. It's absolutely glorious. It pops up like that. In here, we have finished all the pipe work to the fuel pump. The fuel pump's now in that offside wing. We're pretty much sorted in here. We have got all the latches obviously in now. And listen to this. Oh, yes! Yes, the handbrake is now in place. What a beautiful lever that is. It was a pain to put in and a bigger pain if you want to adjust it because all the adjustments back in the rear axle cage and it's very difficult to get at. Let me show you a completely reflocked, feels gorgeous this, glove box ready for the Bimbo's hairspray to keep a hair in place when we're racing along the highways and byways of Britain. Only problem is I've got to find the Bimbo to sit in the car yet. At the front, we've got a few more pipes in, nylon pipes here for the carburetors and so forth. And let me draw your attention to a classic battery down here. Now, it only looks classic from the outside like the original would have done. Inside, it's got all the modern gubbins. But because the battery is such an exposed bit of kit on this car, in terms of as soon as you open the bonnet, it needs to look right. If you put a modern sealed battery in there, it would look pants. The other thing we have here, of course, that you'll see straight away is some original 1965 cardboard and tape put on there as a little bit of protection against the flies. And down here, we've got the arrows to show us which end is the front. Because, of course, this is here to protect the bodywork when we put this beast back in. And here it is, yes, the completely rebuilt engine and gearbox, absolutely gorgeous, is going in this car. Now, to do this, clearly I need some help. And in any garage, there are doers and there are thinkers. There's a doer over here, Lee, in here, mate, because he's going to be helping me do this. And the thinker is over here. Just please stand here. The thinker is there. There's Steve. He owns the garage. He does the thinking. We do the work. Pete, the director's behind him. We have our own little office. That's the most work he's done all day, lifting his thumb. Right, round here, we've got work to do. Come on. Can we just jack up and winch away? Right, up she goes. Heart surgery. What we've already done is to lower the front end of the car because that's going to make it easier to drop the engine in. So we're pretty much ready there. There's a little bit more protection work needed with some tape. Lining this thing up is easier said than done. You alright? About 6 inches to the bulkhead. Very close to the bulkhead now, about half an inch. We're right touching on the bulkhead now. We need to drop just very slightly for this. Alright, we're up against something on the bulkhead, aren't we? We'll get something, but I don't know what it is. Over here. Do you want it a bit up this end? No, lined up pretty well, isn't it? Well, that went in a lot easier than any of us expected. We've done up the front engine mounts, just tight but not absolutely rock solid yet, because we still need to set the engine properly horizontally and laterally. We've got a tie rod to go in here, but down below I've got the gearbox mount to put in, which is this amazing device, the big spring on the plate, which fits basically where the jack is now and will then clamp the back end of the gearbox to the bodywork itself. Bit of a tedious job that, so a good opportunity for you to take a look at Jeff Parr's Sunbeam Alpine. When you come back, it'll be sorted, that's a promise.
The car came into my possession about 4 years ago. The then owner had done an enormous amount of work on it, but it still needed to be finished. I finished off the paintwork, I finished off some mechanical jobs, and in particular retrimmed the whole car and put a new dash panel in it. The main thing I think that attracted me to the car was the fact that I knew several people who were in the owners club, and I always feel that it's not just the car, it's the club as well. I think in the case of buying a car of this period, the main thing is to watch out for body rust, and that's the real thing, and be careful what you buy. As far as renovation is concerned, you can tackle certain things in your own garage, mechanical bits, no problem. But when it comes to